I am so excited about this last trip, bro. Man, and your videos are incredible. Good job. You're gonna replace me. Give us the overall big picture. First off, where were you?
Well, I think we were around 3 to 4 hours drive from Nairobi. That is on the side of Magadi, but deep in the bush, whereby we spent almost 2 hours trying to get from the tarmac to the village. So it was actually inside the bush villages.
And were you able to go there by
Yeah.
car?
Yes, we were able to drive, but at a very low speed because the roads are really bad. It's almost like there are no roads going there, but we managed to go there.
Good. And how did they hear about, you've obviously been there before, right? Or did they hear about Add a Room on their own?
Yes, we were there around 7 months ago when we were doing NFGM training. And that is when I introduced the Under Room program to them. They never knew something like that. So they took the initiative and they started constructing extra rooms for the girls.
And how many mothers actually built rooms for the girls?
Well, right now we end around 30 mothers, but we were only able to give to around 27. They are the one which we were able to give the packages due to the funding that we have. But we end 30 complete rooms for the girls, and other women now are competing to build the rooms because they have seen the advantage part of it. Yes, there is more women who are building the rooms simply because they were able to see the importance after we trained them. And some of them, they were saying that they passed through a homestead and saw a new room and they thought that their husband has gotten another wife, only to understand that the house now belongs to girls. So many of the women are taking it personal and start building the rooms for their girls.
Wow, that's beautiful. Walk us through the big picture. You had a picture, you're out under the trees, and you did it as a whole group, and then you separated the men and the women. Is that right?
Yes, what happened the first day we went there because we are doing a community a talk. We were having a talk, and then we were discussing what happened for the girls to be sleeping outside. Why is it that the Maasai community are not constructing rooms for the girls? And so the talk went into deeper details until the men said, no, can we divide and have men talk so that we can tell you the truth, which we cannot speak to our women, and then have the girls speak to our ladies, have the women speak to our ladies. So we separated both the men and the women, and the men outpoured their heart about why they are not building the rooms for the girls. And they said, one, we don't care much because they are going to be married off. And we want them to go outside there to get someone who is a suitor to them so that they can just get married. So we were not interested in investing in them. That is one of the reasons why we are not building rooms for the girls. So the same case, the women end a talk and they said it is the men who don't want their girls to stay in the home and they want to give them out early so that they can get money and cows for that dowry.
Wow. What changed their mind? I mean, so now what are the men thinking now that the rooms are being built and the girls are staying in school?
I think after we discussed into details and we came together and the men said, the initiative that you have brought us is just a new thing that we never knew and we never imagined of such kind of a thing. Because right now, we are also able to see girls are getting educated. And for instance, we had one girl, she was not in a meeting, but she was from that locality. And she graduated with a degree in law, the first and only one in that whole village. And so the other girls were looking upon her to be a mentor. So the men were saying, now, if we can have a lawyer who is a Maasai and she is a lady, we are also able now to construct rooms and also protect our girls so that we can see if they will also be able to manage to be an important people in the community. So they started embracing. So the men right now, they are saying, oh, thank you, and they are ready for that. And actually, the next day when we were giving out the packages to those who have built, two men came to receive the packages. One was disabled, and the other man just came. He rode away almost 15 kilometers away just to come and receive the mattress, the solar for the girls. And he was happy. He was very happy. Well, yeah, a village is wide. It goes up to around 25 kilometers radius. So that when we talk about a village, it's around 25 kilometers radius, and we have to pick some from far, some from near, so that we can be able to reach to a wider population.
Now, tell about the young lady who had tears in her eyes.
Mm-hmm. Now, we were discussing when we were giving out the packages, and the women were saying, we want to put a fire, like a small kitchen in that room for the girls. And then I asked the girls, do you want that? And the girls said, no, we don't want that. Because one, whenever we are reading using the firewood or using the firewood light, we start having problem with our eyes, and the smoke keep choking us. And also our parents keep on disturbing us, like go out and bring this fire, go out, take food to their father. And so they said, we want this room to be for us. So we were giving out these packages, and then we called out for the girls. One girl and the mother came. So when the mother was speaking in a Maasai language, saying, we thank you for giving us this mattress and the blanket, and also teaching us. And now my girl is able to learn herself. I started noticing that the girl was shedding the tears. Also, the interpreter started crying because she could understand the girl better. Later on, I took her aside and asked her, why were you emotional? Why were you crying? And she said, you know what? If you did not bring this package, if you never trained my parents for us or for me to have a room, I am sure I could not have completed my high school. Right now, she is in grade 8. I'm sure I could not have completed my high school because I couldn't be married off, because men would come and sleep with me. But now, my elder two sisters got raped and got pregnant while they were young, and they were given out. I am the only one remaining, the girl in this home, and I did not have hope. But now I feel as if heaven has come down. I feel I have hope. I can enter into my room, lock myself, and be assured that tomorrow I will wake up safe and go to school. So that is why she was so emotional.
And are you giving them a Delivering Dignity kit as well as the mattress?
Yes, whenever we are giving out, we give mattress, we give blanket, we give some food, we give Delivering Dignity packets, and also the solar system to help them to study.
So what was your favorite highlight? I'm sure you've already hit it, but
yeah, of course, when I saw that girl shedding tears and saying that I feel safe, I'm now safe, I saw a future in her, and she was very courageous even in her speaking. In the class, she is always number one. So you could imagine if she was just married off, what we could have lost. That was one of the amazing things, my highlight. Then the other one was the government chief representative who was in that local, and he told me that, David, I've seen several people coming here and pastors preaching, but none has ever touched these people the way you have been able to touch their heart and their need. Because some of the girls were coming and tell the chief, I will work so hard so that next time I'll be the one giving out these things to my villagers so that we can save our girls. So when you hear people talk about a future plan, when you hear people talk about future change, that's when you know that you have touched most of their inner needs.
Good job, brother. Good job. Anything else? Any other highlights?
Well, I've just been receiving calls from other communities who are pastoralists. Like there's a lady who called me from around 400 kilometers. They just saw one of my posts on Under Room, and they said, I think you are not being fair to us. You are just educating the Maasai only. You need to come and see what is happening to our girls. So I'm trying also to fundraise more so that I can be able to reach to those other pastoralist community who are going through the same. And I can tell you that the change that happens to these girls is from inside. Not only the material that we give them, but the hope and the trust and the future that they have when we give them. Because if you live knowing that even if I'm going to school, I'll be married off any of the time because I may get raped by any man, you lose hope in life. But when we give them and they start talking about the future, they start thinking of now I can be a lawyer, now I can be a teacher. That's the greatest change that we can do to the current community of the pastoralists. And thank you for those who are supporting the room.
Amen. Amen. If they go through high school, they then choose who they're going to marry? They're not going to be sold off?
Yes, most likely when they go to high school, they end up now going to small college or even vocational college, and they can start working. So they have now a chance to choose who will marry them. And by then the parents don't have a problem. But once you are young and you are pregnant, you cannot give birth in that homestead. It's almost like a curse. So they have to marry you off. And actually, the men say that we let the girls go outside so that they can sleep with men and get someone to marry them so that they pay as the dowry. So when they just manage to finish the school, they are lucky they have passed that bridge.
Wow, what a wonderful report, David. Thank you so much.
We thank God.
Yeah, amen. Amen. That is so beautiful.